Okay, is this thing on? Hi everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome all to the channel. Those of you who are watching me live right now on my regular YouTube channel, those who are watching on my short YouTube thingy, I don't know how this works, but here I am. Welcome. Look, no denying it. Nvidia saved the market again. That's the take I have on what's going on so far this morning. This is Thursday, November 20th, 2025, and the markets are up 560 points on the Dow at this moment in time. The S&P 500 is up almost 110, and NASDAQ is up a healthy 468 points. The markets lost about 6.5% of their value as of a day and a half ago. And now we've recovered about a third of that loss with this morning's market factored in. So we never hit a 10% decline. We never hit a correction. We've hit now a recovery already of a third of that backing off. So we're only down 4 odd percentage points. This is a nothing burger. Okay, great. The question now is, one, is the market going to go higher, and by how much? Will it hit new all-time highs again? But number two, how do I make money in this scenario? I'm an option writer. I don't have $150,000, $500,000, $1 million to go and buy a bunch of Nvidia stock. I don't have that kind of money. How can I, with $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, $200,000, make a decent return on my money on an Nvidia rebound and or an entire market rebound? I don't have the cash to buy these highfalutin Magnificent Seven stocks. I can't afford Microsoft here at $492. I can't afford to buy Nvidia at $193. I can't buy Google at $302. I don't have $422 to buy a bunch of Tesla. I don't have $225 to buy a bunch of Amazon. You see these prices? I can't buy 5,000 shares of Meta at 604. Okay, I don't have these stock prices are not for retail investors. These stock prices are for ETFs, mutual funds, hedge funds, and seriously funded institutional investors to play around with. So when you see 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million shares of volume on a $275, $194, $302, $424 stock. You see those kinds of volumes on those kinds of stocks. You know what that isn't? It isn't people who can buy and sell 10 and 20 shares at a time playing the stock market. It's institutional players who are betting around the world what's going on. And so you quickly figure out, oh my God, I'm a peon when it comes to this market. I got nothing. I have no power. I'm just a tiny little puny investor with absolutely no oomph whatsoever. How the hell do I make money in this market? And if you've been watching me for a while, and many of you have, and God bless you, thank you. If you're new to this channel, I'm telling you, you don't have to own any of these shares to take advantage of their movement. You don't have to be a fan of any of these stocks either. You don't have to love Nvidia to get into an Nvidia trade. You can take advantage of all of these stocks by being an option writer. Forget about buying stock options, which was what 95% of the market does, by the way. There are millions right now, millions of investors out there who are sitting with $500 to $500,000. Retail investors, smaller investors, millions of them around the world who are buying call options on the Magnificent Seven stocks every day, gambling and hoping that I'll throw 20 grand at these contracts and hopefully they'll go up 50% in value in a very short period of time and I will make a quick buck. This is their investment philosophy. This is the whole thing. This is also money people have put aside for long-term retirement needs. And these are strategies that some gamblers are using: home equity, credit card line of credits, and other ways of borrowing money to play the market. very dangerous and very stupid. But that's most of the market. Most of the market are made up of idiots. Most of the casino players on casino floors are idiots. The hedge funds, institutional traders, ETFs, mutual fund players, these folks, that's the smart money. They are the casinos, allowing the saps, gamblers who are buying options, to come on in and take a chance at the money-making wheel and watching them lose again and again and again. Now, do people lose everything they have on one trade? Yes, some do. But most option traders don't lose all their money on one trade. They'll buy an option, a call option, hope it works out, and it doesn't, and they walk away with a break even. Or they walk away with a loss of 10 or 20%. And they'll try again. And then the second time around, they make 10 or 20%. And then they sell and they think they're geniuses. So they go in for the third one thinking, I'm now better. I now know what I'm doing. There are so many option gamblers out there who are convinced that after so many losses of gazillions of dollars collectively, that I've now figured out this game and I'm now going to be a much smarter option buyer and I'm going to make a bunch of dough. In the meantime, viewers of this channel, if you're serious about making money, you know better than to be a sap on the option floor. You know that you need to be an option writer. You need to be the casino. But you're thinking to yourself, Bruce, didn't you just say that the big casinos out there are the huge institutional outfits? I did say that. But I have good news for you guys. Whether you have $5,000 or $5 billion and any amount in between, you can be a casino in this stock market. And that means, coming back to our friend at Nvidea, thank you, Nvidea, for making lots of money and continuing to grow as you are. You can play Nvidea stock through writing options on Nvidea stock without even owning any Nvidea stock. Now, again, there are institutions that are doing this, and all kinds of ETFs and all kinds of investment structures and private hedge funds who are doing this don't own any Nvidia stock, yet they make all kinds of money off of Nvidia stock by being option writers. And I'm saying to you, whether you write one option, 5 options, 10, 100, any amount, whatever works for you financially, you can make money on Nvidia, Apple, Google, Tesla. It doesn't matter. You pick whatever stock you want. You want to be an option writer on SoFi, GameStop, Rocket Lab, which was being talked about today, AI, Unity, pick your stock. It doesn't matter. You can be a casino on any of these. And I'll guarantee you that every stock you follow that has options, any kind of reasonable option activity, institutions are heavily involved in the option writing side of those contracts, which means you, as a casino, are going to be doing the market a favor. The stock market is going to look at you and say, thank you for joining the party, pal, because we need people like you to offer options for sale that gamblers can buy. You're offering liquidity in the options market. And the brokerage community as a whole loves the fact that you're putting up some cash to write contracts on stock you don't own. Now, from my perspective to you, my advice to all of you out there is you can get your hands on a nice little bit of cash flow on a weekly basis, daily basis, bi-monthly, monthly, whatever you like, by being an option writer. And what kind of options are we talking about? For example, on Nvidia, if you've got $500 or $1,000 or $5,000 more, for every $500 you can scrape up, you can write a call credit spread or a put credit spread with a $5 spread between one call and another. You only need 500 in margin to do a call credit spread. In other words, you're sitting there going, oh, Nvidia is trading at, let's take a look right now, 195.68 or approximately at the moment. And you don't think that Nvidia is going to hit new all-time highs, the ones they just hit, a couple weeks ago, 212.19, the all-time high. You don't think the stock is going to break that level for the next month. Well, what can you do? You can write a call option at 220 and buy a 225. In effect, you're saying, I'll write a 220 because I don't think the stock can get there. I'll buy a 225, $5 higher. That is my $500 wager for one of each of these contracts. I have to have 500 in cash to do this trade. I want to do 10 of these. I need $5,000 to do this trade. You put up $5,000 and you will collect a credit because why? The 220 contract is worth more money than the 225. It's just that simple. The 220 is closer to the market than the 225 contract is closer to the market. They have a month to go in time, and they are going to shrink in value if the stock does not break through $220 a share. Now, you're sitting there going, Bruce, you were just talking about the stock being at an all-time high of 212. And I'm going, yeah, all-time high of 212, and you're saying the stock won't hit 220, which is $8 more than that. So you could be wrong, and the stock does hit a new all-time high, reaches 215 3 weeks from now. You're still going to make money on this trade. Chances are those contracts that you've put out there, one that you sold, one that you bought, putting that credit spread together, will have a smaller credit towards the end of its life because they are out of the money contracts. If the shares stay here, 195 to 200 range, 205, 195, in this $10 window for the next couple of weeks, all in, these contracts that I'm talking about will be worthless with a week left to go before they even die. And you'll buy them back. You'll close that credit trade out for a couple of pennies and keep dollars for yourself. And what have you done with $500, with $5,000, $1,500, however many you put together? You put $50,000 into this trade. You are controlling and are taking advantage of Nvidia stock that is $195 a share. Anyone out there wanting to buy the stock to write a call option would need to put up $19,500 to buy 100 shares to write one call contract. You, instead of putting up $19,500, you put up $500 to write one contract and buy a contract, or you put up $1,500 to do 3 of them, or $2,500 to do 5 of them, or $5,000 to do 10 of each. And you're now in control of 1,000 shares of Nvidia. 10 contracts represents 1,000 shares of Nvidia. The key here is you don't own the stock. You never will own the stock. You only want to offer the street the opportunity to gamble on 20 contracts, 10 you wrote, 10 you bought. You've added liquidity to the market. You've taken a credit off the table. You're folding your arms because you've taken my lessons, which are on sale right now. And you figured out how options work, how options trade, how options die, how options go up in value, go down in value, how to write them, how to buy them back, how to let them expire. You've understood the psychology of the market. That's 9 things now. You've understood the secret of putting in buy orders and sell orders through stink offers and stink bids. That's another lesson right there. You've gone after 19 lessons on how to become an option writer, because being an option writer isn't as simple as, oh, you mean I only need like $3 or $4,000 and I can do a couple of these trades like in 5 minutes, just like Robinhood lets me open up an account and start trading right away? In theory, some brokerage firms will allow you to open up a brokerage account and an options trading account very quickly, and you can lose money right away. But if you invest in some of these lessons here for $150 each instead of $200, because they're on sale right now for Black Friday, you're going to come in with a whole lot more knowledge, and you're going to go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Bruce's advice, because I'm going to watch his classes. And in his classes, he talks about, why not open up a practice account with these brokerage firms for free? Every brokerage firm out there, pretty well every one of them, will let you get their app, will let you open an account, and will let you open up a practice account. And you've got to say to yourself, okay, how much cash have I got to invest into an option writing program? How much am I willing to put up? I'm willing to risk $10,000, you say to yourself, or $5,000 or $30,000, whatever the number is. Then you'll open up a practice account with exactly that amount of money. Because what would be stupid would be to open up a practice account for $250,000 when you've only got $10,000. You're never going to be a $250,000 option writer when you start writing options. You're going to be a $10,000 option writer. And even with that, you might say, I'm not putting in more than 25% of my stake, of my cash, into any one trade. The most I'll put into a trade is $2,500 in this credit trade, in this credit spread, this one, or this. You might also find that, Uncle Bruce, credit spreads just don't do it for me. Call credit spreads, put credit spreads, iron condors, all that stuff you've talked about in your lessons. It scares me more than it makes me comfortable. But you know what you do, what you do talk about that really turns me on? Cash secured puts. I love the idea of cash secured puts. This is great. $2,500, I can write a cash secured put at $25 on SoFi. $2,500, I can do another one on GameStop. $12.50 credit spread, put credit spreads on AI. I can do two of those. Because of your lessons, I figured out 10 grand can put a bunch of money to work in a bunch of different stocks at the same time. This is a way to bring income into your hands from the saps who are putting in the money to buy these call options and put options, unbelievably with virtually no experience. You're taking money off the hands of gamblers who are desperate to make these bets. And you've got all the odds in your favor. The number one thing working for you that you have that is in your court: time, the clock. You're offering the gambler a limited time to invest and gamble on an option that you're offering for sale, or options you're offering for sale. They have a set deadline. They might last until this Friday, until next Friday, a month from now, 3 months from now. The longer they have, a lifetime they have, the more value they have, of course, the more you'll collect up front. But you're going to find that depending on the stock that you want to write options on, you're going to bring capital in. Which options are you going to work on? You're going to take these lessons first to figure that out. You're going to figure out through my 19 lessons that I've put out now for 3.5 years, what strategy works for you and lets you sleep at night very comfortably, or what strategy works for you where you can't wait to get up in the morning and check the markets because you're witnessing the deterioration of option values as they near their expiry date. And that is the deadline where you win. You're offering a gambler to play on your slot machine, on your casino floor, an opportunity to play this slot machine, but only for a limited amount of time. And then the machine will be turned off. Because once these contracts reach expiry, they don't trade anymore. You have to now, your contract is dead. Whatever you received for it, you either keep all of it or a portion of it, depending on what its value is at the end. And because you've been writing out of the money options that have virtually zero chance of value, the odds of them having any kind of value at all is so low because you have written contracts so far out of the money with a short period of time. This pressure is all on the gambler to make a decision on what to do. In your case, you can let them expire worthless. Or you can decide, you know what, I wrote an option 2 weeks ago that still has 2 weeks left to live. It was a 1 month contract. It still has 2 weeks to live. But when I sold it, I got $3 a contract. It's now trading at 70 cents a contract. I'm going to buy that 70-cent contract back right now. I wrote 5 of them. I'm going to buy 5 of them back right now for 70 cents each. I'm keeping $2.30 of the $3 that I got. I already got the $3. When I wrote it for 3, I got that. 5 times $300, you just received $1,500 2 weeks ago. You've been sitting on that money the whole time. You're now generously going to pay $350 to buy these back and keep the $1,150 left over. And now you are free to write another contract. Maybe you've decided, I'd like to write a new contract today that has 1 month to go. A month from now it'll expire roughly. I want to bring in $3 for those contracts. And you'll write 5 of those, bringing in $1,500 again. On top of the $1,150 you're sitting on, you're now sitting on $2,650 of other people's money. $1,150 is yours already, and now you're looking to grab a bunch of the $1,500 again. Welcome to the world of being a casino and owning the option market rather than trying to play it. That's the difference. I'm trying to turn you into an institutional trader. Believe it or not, I'm trying to turn you into a hedge fund. I'm trying to turn you into the pros, one of the pros from Dover who make the money. Instead of being a sap trying to figure out which contract is going to go up by 20, 30, 40, 50% for a day trade, a quick flip. There are people who are very successful at day trading options. They are. Generally, though, they are with hedge funds. They're with institutional traders. They have assistants. They have an entire research department. They have software in their computer trading systems that you and I can only dream about. Millions and millions of dollars of power and knowledge behind them to make one trade at a time. None of them will buy a contract this morning and sell it a month from now for 10 times its price. They're in today to be out later today. They're in for short-term trades. The gamblers out there are the ones who are sitting on $3 grand, $5 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, trying to buy a contract today to sell today or tomorrow or next week for double, triple, quadruple their price. And they're the ones who are waiting and waiting and waiting and watching the value of their contracts shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. You are the ones saying, I don't care what your game plan is. I don't care if you want to buy a contract that I'm selling, whether you're going to hold it for an hour, whether you're going to flip it during the day today, whether you're going to flip it tomorrow or the day after. I don't care, because I am writing a contract that I already know is not in the money. It's an out of the money contract. The stock is here and the option is here. There's a limited time frame, and every day that goes by, the time frame shrinks. Weekends are wonderful. Long weekends are even better. 3 days of shrinkage, and no one can even trade this stuff. And I know there's an expiry date on this contract. And I'm going to watch the deterioration of this contract's value, which just adds to my win percentage. You're the casino, you're not the gambler. You got to understand how this game works, kids. I try to make it as easy as possible with these lessons. They're in plain English. There are no quizzes. You can watch these classes as many times as you want. There are 19 of them. The list of the classes is down below in the description. How to acquire these classes at 25% off down below. Make a payment to PayPal and send me an email. Say, Uncle Bruce, I just sent you $300. Send me lessons 1 and 2. I'm going to take 1 and 2. I'm going to open up a practice account, and I'm going to start trading options in a practice account for 3 months. I'm not in a hurry to get into this. I want to do this conservatively. I want to be comfortable that when I write my first option, I want to feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. That might be opposite to every brokerage firm's plans. By the way, every brokerage firm out there is going to want you to open an account with them, and they're going to want you to open an account right away and start trading, because they're bookies. They're taking bets. They want your bets. But they'll offer you a free trading account so that you can try it yourself. And I say, why not do it this way? Take a lesson or two a week. 2 or 3 months from now, you'll have taken almost all of these lessons. You will have invested almost $3,000 into all of these classes. You take all 19 classes, multiply by $150, it's $2,850 US dollars. But once you've paid $2,850 US dollars of your money into understanding how options work, and you've been practice trading in a practice account now for those 2 or 3 months, when you do make your first trade, and it might be with a $10,000 stake that you have to start with, you're going to go, okay, the first $500 I get back is 500 of that 2,850 I put in. If I bring in $1,500 in the first 2 months, there's almost half of my money right there returned to me. I can write options for the rest of my life. I only have to take the classes one time. I only have to buy them once. I can rewatch them a million times over. But I can write options forever. And there is the secret to success in any kind of program you want to get into. And here, I talk about how you can write options and make money from it. Now, look, you got 10 grand lying around. I can't help you in that, Bruce, I want to quit my day job and just write options full time and never work for anybody else again. On 10 grand, I want to live off of it. I'm sorry, I don't think that's possible. because the cost of living where you are is likely too high for that kind of result. However, if you've got $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 that you're going to eventually put into this program, again, whichever way you want to go, you want to be a cover call writer, a poor man cover call writer, a credit spread writer, a put credit spread writer. I mean, there's all kinds of strategies here. You'll pick one or two or three or four or all of them or none of them. Just you'll figure out which one works for you. You put 40, 50, 60,000 to work, you're going to begin to understand very quickly, hey, man, I can generate 5-10% a month on my money here based on some pretty conservative trading programs. Letting cash secured puts die on Nvidea, or letting cash secured puts die on GameStop or SoFi, or getting into credit spreads on any of the Magnificent Sevens, even the triple Qs, the index itself, which again, the lessons will tell you about this, the SPY contracts out there, which are incredibly liquid. Uncle Bruce, if I can generate 5% a month on $50,000, that's $2,500 a month coming in from my trading account. Now, is that enough to live off of for the rest of your life? Maybe not, but it might be enough for you to say, I'm quitting my full-time job and just taking a part-time job. My part-time job is out of market hours. During the stock market, I'm in front of my computer with my account. I'm trading my options. But after market hours or on weekends, I have a part-time job. If you can generate a 10% return per month on your investment, you're bringing in $4,000 to $5,000 a month on a $40,000, $50,000 account, you might well decide what I get paid at work is irrelevant compared to what I can make here. On the other hand, look, if you're working from home and now you're adding an option writing program to your income stream, more power to you. If you're nearing retirement or in retirement and you are sitting on a $300,000 portfolio, which is into a bunch of ETFs and conservative investments, you may find in 6 months from now that you've diverted a third of that, 100,000 or so, to an option writing campaign, very conservative, 200,000 of which is in a series of ETFs paying interest every month or every quarter, dividends. You may find that that's the perfect mix for your retirement. Social Security is coming in, income from your capital is coming in, and you're in charge of your domain, in charge of your account. For a high number of viewers here over the years since 2021 when I started going live, a whole lot of people out here have become self-employed and have very quickly figured out that within a month or two of starting to write options, they've taken their entire accounts over for themselves. They're not paying a 2% management fee buried into the fine print of your contract with your service advisors. You fired your investment advisors. You are your own investment advisor. Husbands and wives are teaming up together to co-manage their portfolios as well. You now are taking a hands-on approach to managing your own wealth, and you're never going back. And you've said to yourselves, my God, we got 250 grand here. That last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were generating 6, 8, 9% return for the year on this 250 grand, or it was 170, now it's worth 220, whatever it's gone to. Now at 250,000, we're managing it ourselves, and we are generating monthly returns that used to equal our yearly returns. Returns vary depending on the individual and the risk tolerance level, the volatility level you want to get into. I keep coming back to this number one thing. You're a casino and you are dictating the level of volatility you're going to get into as an option writer. And you can be into unbelievably low volatility, boring volatility, and still make a very healthy return on your capital. It's up to you to decide which way to go. But once you generate enough capital to live on, and more than that, you'll realize, oh my God, not only are we living off our investments, we're still adding to them, and they're growing, which just means our income will continue to grow as a percentage of return. Speaking of someone walking in the front door, hi there, Auntie Jen.
Hello there.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I can breathe through one nostril.
We have been struggling here the two of us. We got back from our trip at the beginning of the beginning of November. Here we are now on the the 20th. I have to look at my computer. It's the 20th. 3 weeks back almost, and we're just battling a cold.
Everything is behind schedule.
Oh yeah.
I have advent calendars to get done in 10 days.
Yeah, we have so much work to do. This is my second live stream since I've been back, I think.
I know.
In any event, we're here. Welcome all of you who are watching from around the world this morning. It's so much. You're so appreciated. We thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. What do you think of the beard? What's the consensus on the beard?
The reason this is here is because she said she likes it.
I do like it. I've always liked your beard.
So.
But it's
She says she likes it.
On one hand, the number of times you've had a beard.
Well, I tried to grow a beard in my 40s to no good whatsoever. It didn't work, and
I'll have to look, find pictures.
I don't know. I think there's maybe one or two.
The hair and the beard were brown.
Yes, they were. They were of a darker nature. Right now, it's all white. I don't know. I'm just doing what she tells me. She's the boss, you know.
My dad always had one of those kaleidoscope beards. So it was come forward. So it was one color here, and then like this was a different color. This was yes.
There you go.
It was lots of reds and browns hiding in there.
I don't know what to say. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to help you make money in this market.
Have you been listening to them pave the road?
Oh, what a racket outside. I don't know if you've been hearing it from my computer's microphone or not, but they're just construction crews out here on the roads.
Doing some final paving.
It's 8:17 in the morning, and so it's time for the city of Calgary to get the heavy equipment out into the neighborhood here.
Yesterday, I drove about not even 10 blocks, and we went through 3 construction sites.
This is the time of year where the city of Calgary road workers are getting work done.
Racing to get it done.
Still dry. No snow coverage on our roads yet. A little bit of snow on the fields.
Dusting. We had a dusting.
Mid-40s for the high today.
Yeah.
We're fine, and so
our grass is white. The streets are
some lawns that are predominantly in the shade all day long are covered in snow. Lawns that are in pure sunshine, probably not.
South side green, north side white.
It is. It is what it is. Welcome all.
Everybody liking the markets today?
Well, we're up 540 on the Dow. We're up 104, I guess, on S&P. We're up 460 on NASDAQ, so that's pretty good. Oil 59.91.
I know it's still under 60, but the Canadian dollar's up today.
And Nvidia's up $7 odd.
Yeah.
We've got SoFi. We follow very closely here. 27.99 up $1.27. Very good recovery so far. 28.30 actually, and GameStop is 20.48 up 7 cents. Yep.
Anybody writing the cash secured puts earlier this week is laughing.
Oh yeah, AI 14.09 over $14 up 55. Rocket Lab is up to 44.48. Was written up this morning in Barron's positively. They've been getting positive press from senior publications. The Wall Street Journal is writing them up. Bloomberg is covering them. They're getting serious coverage. This is a SPAC. This was a SPAC 3 years ago. No one mentions that today. Now people talk about how great the company is. SoFi was a SPAC. No one mentions that. DraftKings was a SPAC. No one mentions that. They talk about their cash flow, their earnings, and they should. They should absolutely talk about that. Not all SPACs worked out, but some did very, very well. Microsoft is up $6, Apple up $5.12, Nvidia up $7.44, Google up $11.80, Tesla up $21.30, Amazon up $2.96, and Meta, the old Facebook, up $11.40. So it's a good morning for the Magnificent Seven. It's a positive boost for the market as a whole because billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars are going into AI. It's not like one buyer and everyone's hoping it'll work out. It is the entire software and chip industry getting in there. This is real and is going higher. And that's the story.
Well, until they all take over.
Well, until it takes over and then we're out of it.
Until the machines take over.
Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. Welcome all to the program. Did you hit my answer my poll question
What
of the
is the
day? I
poll
put a poll
question?
question out today.
What'd you
Let's see
get?
if I can find it over here. Here we go. The question is, the stock markets will hit new all-time highs before the end of the year is done. That is the question today. Please,
Yeah.
if you can find the poll question on
Probably.
my webpage, on my YouTube page, head on over there and give it a shot. If you can also find the in your heart
know.
to give us a thumbs up, please do that. 29 have so far come in on the show today. I thank you. We have 65% of the respondents saying yes,
Yeah.
the stock market will hit a new all-time high before the end of the year. Even with this little correction that we just had,
It wants to go
the
up.
markets are going to hit new all-time highs. So, well, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Thank you all who have found me and who have come in here this morning. I so appreciate you. And hopefully you're learning something today about how to make money in the market without owning any stock. Be an option writer.
We hope so.
That's the name of the game, kids. Be
I'm
an
not
option
bringing
writer.
you a bagel.
You're not bringing me a bagel. I got to get off the
I
air.
came in here to tell you, I'm not bringing you a bagel.
If I want a bagel, I got to get off the air and go get one myself. That is the way it works around here.
That's right. Welcome to the new world.
Welcome to Tough Love with Auntie Jen. Thank you all so much for being here. James and Misty Tree is here. Gil is here. John Malone is here. Mandu number 5. Mark C. F. Gomes. Charlie is here. Larry Titus in the house. How you doing, Larry? Double D. Henry T. Juan is in the house. Welcome all. James and Misty Tree. Aaron is here. Town Kaufman, glad to find you live. Just got home from surgery. I need to get back into the game. Come on, Town. We're going to get you back. Stock Jockey is here. Kent's mom in the house.
Mom.
Hello, Kent's mom. Welcome.
How's our boy doing?
How's the boy doing? We are curious. Hi, Bruce and Jen from Sharon in Central New Jersey.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Sharon in New Jersey.
Yeah,
New
and the
Jersey.
author himself, Juan in the house. Alan, Bruce, I started watching you during the OG GameStop run and I became hooked. Thank you for the awesome contact. Thanks, Al. Jared is here. Good morning from Cincinnati, where it's cloudy.
Cincinnati.
Juan is saying, get better soon, everybody. Murray, good evening, all. Bruce, all the best with your recovery from the flu. Is Murray in Tokyo? Why is it evening for Murray?
It could be, yeah.
It could be.
And
James.
it's not the flu. It's just a cold.
Apparently, it's just a
which
cold.
Means,
Jen saw her doctor yesterday.
Which means you just have to survive it.
Jen saw her doctor yesterday and said, you got a cold.
Unless it turns into pneumonia.
Yeah, well.
Then you can take something for it.
If you don't wake up tomorrow morning, it was worse. James, most of the market are made up of idiots. Put that on a T-shirt, Bruce. Yeah. Doug Kubler, good morning. Santa Bruce. Flint Creek.
Right.
Flint Creek says, I love the beard.
Lady. I do too.
She likes it. Wing Commander Bruce. Stock Jockey. Juan, conservative option writing in plain English. It is so easy to be an option writer. Once you start becoming an option writer, you're hooked because you realize I'm getting paid other people's money to do these wagers on Wall Street. I'm not even the one taking the bet. I'm the one offering someone to bet on Wall Street.
And I don't always have to be 100% right. I can roll. Do not fear the roll. Do not fear the exercise.
I can be wrong and still make money in this market being an option writer.
I can be on the wrong side of the market today.
Start with lessons 1, lessons 2, lessons 3, lessons 4. Get on it.
Yeah.
Grab them here at $150 a pop. If you have any questions about them, send me an email. If you'd like a one-on-one consultation, you've taken some classes and now you want to talk to me one-on-one about your specific trading scenarios, then let me know. Send me a donation for that.
I think you still have some one-on-ones in the bank.
Yes, I do. There are folks who have prepaid for one-on-ones. And I'm happy to help them out with those when they're ready. Yeah. When you're ready to do a one-on-one consultation, you will tell me what you're sitting on, what kind of trading you've done in the past, and we will work out together some strategies. I'll come up with some ideas for you. I'll say, based on what you're doing and your age and your situation, the amount of time you can watch the market or the amount of time you want to watch the market, then here are some strategies you might want to consider. And that's where we'll start. We'll take it from there. All right.
Well, I'm going to start with a cup of tea. a cuppa.
Giddy up.
Make myself a
Well,
cuppa.
thank you, Auntie Jen, for popping in and saying hi.
The hand.
The head.
The hand is never gone.
That's it. We're alive. Maybe not perfectly well, but we're alive,
Oh, we're
and
alive.
we're working on getting better. So
Wow.
again,
This is just a
It is.
nasty cold.
It's
It
been
doesn't.
great.
It doesn't really. I think we're going to have this now for the next decade. It's not going to go
the
away.
the number of people who are suffering from colds out there
I know.
is staggering.
Well, it's November,
It's staggering.
October, and November, man.
You go out to into the public, maybe you've noticed it too. You're among people, say at the Costco, grocery store, 7-Eleven, wherever you are, you're surrounded by 5, 10, 20 people. You hear some people really coughing badly,
Oh,
struggling.
remember
badly.
we were out in Rome. We were at dinner, and I got in a coughing jag, and people thought I was choking. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's true.
It was terrible.
That is what happens.
It was just a tad embarrassing.
Yes, it's frustrating too
can't
when you
stop.
have coughs and you can't stop them. They continue to just.
Well, until you
take you
throw up.
Well, then especially in public, that's always fun.
That's always good.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, on that note, goodbye, people. Have a lovely Thursday.
Yes,
Oh, 1 week. 1 week till Thanksgiving for our American friends.
amazing.
Right?
Time is
Doesn't it
blowing.
feel very late this year?
Yeah,
I feel like it should be tomorrow. Today.
Yeah, it's towards the end of the month this year. Yeah, unbelievable.
Bye.
Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. The man is saying here, RFK Jr. bought GameStop. That's all I need to see to know it's going higher. People connected to DC don't lose money on trades. Interesting. Yesterday in gaming, what's the difference between an options writer and a drug dealer? There you go. The man, hardest thing about options is deciding what to do with the premiums. Do I spend it or do I compound it? A lot of folks out there who write options on something like cash secured puts, for example, are sitting on huge amounts of capital. You might have 25 grand into a trade, a credit, a cash secured put trade. I'll get to it. You put up 25 grand and you collect a 20% premium. That's $5,000. You got 5 grand in your account on top of the 25 grand you have. There's 30 grand sitting there. What a number of people do, depending on the firm they're with, they get paid daily interest on their entire cash balance. So all of a sudden you're getting interest on other people's money. And this is where my retirees who are sitting on $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, $3 million, they put $1 million to work on cash secured puts over 10 different stocks. And they're bringing in, say, 20% average premiums. They're bringing in $200,000 of other people's money. They're getting interest on that money. Now, if you're sitting on a 4% a year, a monthly interest kind of a payout deal, 4% on 200 grand is 8,000 a year in interest that you'll be paid on a monthly basis, divided by 12. That's not bad for just sitting waiting for these contracts to keep dying. Not a bad way to play this game. Anyway, there you go. Bobby, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Yesterday in gaming, you're smart enough. I think you just said it right there. Yesterday in gaming. So the idea is because they're silly enough to buy it, you're smart enough to sell it to them. Welcome to the bookie business. Welcome to being a casino. You've put up flashing lights and a beautiful little bunch of slot machines, and people have flown into your hometown of Las Vegas, and they go and spend $300 a night on hotels plus $50 a night resort fees. They spend $50 a buffet, $15 a drink, and then they play slot machines and lose their butts. Hey, they want to give it to you. Why shouldn't you take it? Oh, and by the way, hello, is anybody home? Who owns Las Vegas now? The Strip. What firms own Las Vegas? They're all publicly traded companies. They're all owned by institutional investors. Hello, the mob is gone. Howard Hughes is gone. All the resorts on the Strip are basically owned by Wall Street, and you're making them richer when you go there. Unbelievable. The man says, the moment I wrote my first cash secured put and the money hit my account, I was hooked. Then it expired worthless. And I was then addicted and started thinking about quitting my job. This is unbelievable. I'm tired of losing my ass, says David King. Rock and roll. How lucky are we to have found this channel? Love you, Uncle B. Thank you, Vader, the big V. Who else is here? Let's go. I love my cash secured put, says Tortuga. Bobby, I had to sell my SoFi shares I purchased at $18.50 for $26 yesterday to keep my account in good standing. Now I'm just sitting and watching my $30 cash secured puts to drain until next year, average $9.12 each, 30% return on his capital. Not bad. Another live stream, says Rodin. Good morning, Uncle Bruce from Stewart. The man says, how I miss Uncle Bruce's soothing voice. He has a lot of comments to catch up on. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Bobby Stewart. One, will there be a bagel today? No, Bobby, plan is to quit my day job after next year. One more of pure growth before I switch to start shorting income style writing. Turd Ferguson is in the house. Where's the parrot? Welcome, Turd. Larry, hi, Auntie Jen. Sounds like a cold. I hope you feel better soon. Walter Young, good morning, Bruce. And Auntie Jen, hope you will feel better. Thank you, Walter. IR Aaron, keep the beard. Charlie, that's better. I like the full screen. Good morning, everybody. Bobby Atkinson, this guy approves of facial hair, rocking one for 5 years, I think. Thank you all. Who else is here? Bobby is saying Ontario has a mix of dead leaves and leftover snow. 5 below at night, meaning more snow is coming. There you go. Manuel is here. Good morning. Bobby, when does the missing job report come back to wreck all this fresh green? I didn't get the poll questions. Amanda saying you might be on one of my live streams. I'm on 2 sets right now. I'm on the shorts live stream where I'm in vertical, and I'm on the landscape mode here on my YouTube channel. And I believe it's the YouTube channel that has the poll question if you can find it. There you go. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. White Feather, good morning. Uncle Bruce and Jen, please tell Alberto I said hello. Hello to Alberto if you're out there, my friend. Thank you. And to all of the regulars out there, welcome. Good morning. No poll for me either, apparently. Dave King, each lesson is $200. If you go to my website, each lesson is $200. If you take advantage of this sale right here, they're $150. Just follow the directions down below in the description of this video. You should find it. Make a donation of $150 to PayPal for each lesson you'd like. Then send me a private email at my email address and tell me the lessons I'm supposed to send you, and we'll get you looked after. We'll get you going. All right. You can get 1, you can get 2, you get 7, 9, buy them all. Up to you, whichever way you want to go. All right, giddy up. I switched to the vertical. I saw the poll question there. Again, I cannot account for how this works. I'm just a guy in front of a computer who thinks he knows what he's doing, and I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this tech thing. I'll talk to you about how to write options. Mandu number 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Bagel Babe. Oh my God. Hello there. I see the portrait mode now. Corinne, good morning. Henry, I have been made a new ticker, Veritone, to share based on burst in Irvine, California. Okay. Giddy up, everybody. Who else is here? Bobby, you two sound like my wife and I last month. The coughing didn't end for 3 weeks. Good morning. What else is going on? Cindy B, hey there. John Harpster is saying hello. Cindy, my put spreads on Nvidia are looking good. Howard, how much minimum would you suggest I need to start selling options? It depends on which strategy you want to use. If you're going to be a credit, you're going to be a credit spread writer, and then you can start with $1,000 and go up from there comfortably. $3,000, $5,000. Some brokerage firms require a minimum $2,000 of equity. Some require 10. You got to figure that out for yourself. I don't know where you live. Don't know what country you're in. I don't know the security rules. I don't know any of that stuff. So you've got to figure this out through your broker. It'll be in the fine print when you go in there. Start with a practice account. If you're brand new to this, on how to become an option writer, start with practice accounts. You've got nothing to lose. Literally, you can't lose any money. and that way you can try it for yourself. If you're going to be a cash secured a put writer, then you're going to have the capital necessary to buy 100 shares of the company that you're writing options on. If you're going to write put options on SoFi, $25 contract, you're going to need $2,500 to write one put. If you happen to have 25 grand and you've got it sitting in an ETF that pays you 4% a year in interest, that's what, you're gonna make $1,000 a year, $80 a month. If you take 25 grand and write $25 cash secured puts on SoFi that expire Jan 27, that's 13 months from now, roughly, I suspect you can bring yourself in 20+% return. So you'll bring in 5 grand right away or more. And you can just do this now and say, well, I was going to sit for a year for my ETF to make me $80 a month for the next year. Or I can sit here now for a year if I choose to and sit on this 25 grand plus 5 grand in premium I just got, 30 grand, and earn interest on that. And there is a secret sauce to getting richer in this market. You're earning interest on money that you were investing for interest. Now you're getting a premium on this cash secured put you've written, and you're earning interest on your money at the same time. This is a win on top of a win. And if you can do this through your brokerage firm, depending again where you live, you can do this in a margin account. You can do this in perhaps in some cases, some of you are able to do this in your 401ks. Some of you are able to do these in your Roths. You have to check with your broker. I get responses from everyone around the world with different strategies on how to do this. This is just an example. There are a million ways to play this. You need the knowledge on how to become an informed, smart option writer. I need you to be more educated than the 95% of option gamblers out there. It doesn't take much. Believe me, 19 lessons in, you will be way ahead of the majority of the people out there who are in the options game. Trust me on that. I am certain of it. But hey, read for yourself some of these comments and look at my shows from the past, and you'll see for yourself just what's going on. Thank you all for being here. Roden saying, wishing you all the best of your quit the job plan. Bobby Atkinson says Roden's at Road. White Feather, Dave King, lessons are worth every penny. Every lesson, they're worth every penny, David. Thank you, White Feather. Juan, Bobby, are you writing on DBAI? How far out? Let's go. Jennifer, hello from Tulsa. John, finger red number 1. Gideon. Doug just wrote 2 calls. Credit spreads. December 12th expiry, 220 to 230. DOR, $300 credit. Thank you very much. There you go. That's a $1,000 trade. You need $1,000 to do this trade. He just got a $300 credit for that trade. If those contracts expire worthless, he earns a $300 profit on a $1,000 risk, which is a 30% return on his money for December the 12th. That's 22 days from now, 3 weeks tomorrow. Nvidea. I did it on Nvidea, 220, 230. Now, think about that. Nvidia's all-time high is 212. I told you this at the beginning of the show. He's writing 220 and 230 contracts. He's saying to Nvidia gamblers, the stock can go all up to 220 and I still make money. But there are people buying 220 and playing 230 contracts out there. The stock has never been there before. By December 12th, Doug is going, I'm happy to write these contracts, take the $300. I'm sitting on the money right now. Thank you very much. And I'll wait this thing out. Now, it could be, possibly, by next week, Thursday, Friday, Doug might close this trade out because that credit spread went from 300 to 100. And he might say, I'm taking the $200 off the table. Thank you very much. I just made $200 on a $1,000 cash commitment to do this trade. That's 20% on my capital by next week. That is the kind of return we're talking about as a credit spread writer. Now, is this typical? No. Is this untypical? No. It's just another trade. Figure it out yourself. Doug took lessons, I believe. Double D, turning in my notice on Monday. By the way, I'm out of there. Giddy up. What else is going on here? There's so many comments coming through, kids. I can't keep up with them all. I would say 2,000 is what you'll want to do starting trade, says the man. Then you can start running the wheel strategy on GameStop, making 5-10% monthly returns. That's a little aggressive, but winners take risks. There you go. Bobby, I'm only writing on Rocket Lab, GameStop, SoFi, Archer, and RXRX. That's all I'm doing writing on. And AI as well. I'm writing on AI as well. And this is the thing about the option business. If you're an option writer, you choose what to write options on. I'm going to write options on the indexes, triple Qs, SPX, SPY. I'm going to only write options on Magnificent 7 stocks. I'm only going to write options on growth companies like Rocket Lab, AI, GameStop, SoFi. Or I'm doing it all. I do a little of this, a little of this. I spread my risk around. I don't use more than 20%, 25% on any one position. I'm into 4, 5, 6 at a time. I have options that expire tomorrow, Friday, next week, Friday, the week after that, 3 months from now. Whatever turns you on is where you're going to be. That's the best part about being the writer, being the casino. You choose the wagers you're willing to accept. This is the best part of being an option writer. It just doesn't get any better than that. White Feather says, I write CSs and ICs, iron condors, and credit spreads. My returns average 10% per month on very conservative trades. There you have it. Juan, I should write a few more on Archer at these prices. I wrote $12 cash secured puts back when the stock was 10-ish. And the man is talking to Bobby about going into BBAI. Rodents, I wrote on GameStop, or I like to write on GameStop, SoFi, Lumen, LUMN with 14,000. And here in Europe, I see an escape already with 25,000 in my portfolio. Can't wait for my next slow action in summer 2026. The rodents in Slovakia, Czech, and Republic in Poland. He's going to be on the road. The man, Bobby, $35 for 500 of capital on monthly puts. There you go. $35 on 500. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that's 7% on monthly puts. 7% every month. So 500 for the year, 12 times $35 is coming back. $420 for every 500 of capital is coming back. You got $5,000, that's $4,200. You got $50,000, that's $42,000. You're making $42,000 on $50,000. You can almost not work anymore. That's getting interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm writing 5 per month at the money ATM. There's what I'm doing. Giddy up, man. Look, kids, it's up to you to decide the risk tolerance you wish, the volatility you wish. But as an option writer, you can choose very aggressive strategies, very conservative strategies, and anywhere in between. And I preach conservative option strategies. That's what I preach to you. That means you're here forever. You're never out of the game. You're always in the game. You're always generating cash flow. And at the end of the day, can you bring enough cash flow in to live on and keep adding to your account and growing it? That's the ultimate win. Now you will never go back to work. If you're 80 and you're writing cash secured puts or credit spreads, you're 70, you're 60, you're 50, you're 40, you're 30. If you can do cash secured puts, credit spread trades, covered call writing, poor man covered call writing, whatever floats your boat, you're one step closer every trade for never working for anyone else ever again. You'll be self-employed in your house or on vacation, wherever you go, in your hometown. It doesn't matter. And there are viewers here who have been here now for 4 years who do travel the world on vacation. They slow travel now, and they do option trades from around the planet using their phones, their laptops, their iPhone, their iPads. They're never going back to work. Giddy up. Hey, well, the man says, I'm making 5% or 7% a month, but the issue is that my kids cost me 15% a month. You got to get rid of those kids. Grow them up and kick them out. Options are going to take me to the World Cup in football. That's the deal. Doug said, yes, sir. I took your lessons. I did take your lessons. And there you have it. Again, thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to cut this off now because the voice is starting to go. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are. Again, if you have had the opportunity to answer my poll question today, I thank you very much. If you were able to give us a thumbs up today, I also thank you very, very much for that. You're telling YouTube that this channel is worth your time. I appreciate you. We have 92 people who have now answered the poll question so far today. Not bad for a channel that is so tiny. It is such a specialty channel. You have to work to find me, no doubt about it. But I thank you. We've got what is now 42 thumbs ups on the YouTube channel. Thank you for this again. And also 65% of those who answered the poll question believe the markets will hit new all-time highs before the end of the year. That's in the next 40 days. Will the market turn it around and go higher than we've been? I'm wondering about that because we will have tax loss selling season starting in about a week from now, week and a half from now. And I kind of wonder, with people who have to sell for tax reasons who are going to buy, isn't there going to be a bit of a saw-off here? Maybe we saw some of that last week with the sell-off. Maybe that happened already. I don't know. But stick around. We'll follow it. You have any questions out there about how this works, you send me an email. And like I said, if you want to learn how to make money in this market, become an option writer and grab some of these lessons on sale while the Black Friday sale is on. It's my thank you to you, and it is your thank you to yourself because you are stepping up to say, you know what, Uncle Bruce, I'm going to make an investment in my life forever. My boss isn't investing in me. The company isn't investing for me that I'm working with. I have no upside in my job. But if I throw $150 at some of these lessons on sale, I'm just going to be that much smarter of a trader and that much more knowledgeable about the market. And I'm going to become an option writer with some knowledge. And there we go. Fantastic. Preach says, Juan, thank you. The man during hockey season, it's more like 25% a month, by the way. James Wisty Tree, neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Rodents, thank you, Uncle Bruce, for streaming. John Harpster, take care, Uncle Bruce, and thank you. Mr. Premium of the Options, Stinker just triggered on SMCI. Last April, I wrote a cash secured put, $24 strike that expires tomorrow. I got $5 for it. Bought it back for 1 penny just now. Just bought it back for 1 penny. And now Mr. Premium can write a new one. Oh, lovely. Charlie, thanks for the time, Uncle Bruce. See you soon. Have a great day to all. Stock Option Sensei, have a great day. Bye. Bagel Babe, oh my God, tell me how to turn off portrait mode. Big Oz, Big A there. Hey, Uncle, I like the beard. It matches your wisdom. Oh my goodness. One, neat. Don't forget those knee emojis. The Knights of Knee are the reason these markets are so good to you. Most people don't know that, you know. You feel sorry for them, don't you? Or do you? Yes. Love you, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Thanks to Auntie Jen today. Thanks to all of you. Love you all. Thank you for your support of this humble YouTuber. Tell your friends about the sale, about the Black Friday sale. If you've been trying to get a relative into this, you've been trying to get a friend to learn how to write options, you tell them, this is it. He's put them on sale. He does this very occasionally. Get your ass over there. I'll show you how to buy his classes. Buy these classes. If you want to buy a class for a friend, all you need to do is send me an email. Make a donation, $150 US, to the PayPal link down below. Send me an email and tell me, Uncle Bruce, I just sent you $150. I want you to send lesson number 1 to this person here at this address. Do that for me, please. I'll take care of it. Okay. All right. There it is. It's pretty simple. We're up 600 on the Dow, 113 on S&P, up 500 on NASDAQ. The markets are trying to recover all the losses Well, we'll see how it works. SoFi up $1.50 to 28.22. GameStop holding 20.44, just above the break-even line. We're all waiting for GameStop's earnings in the first 10 days of December, so just stick around. We'll see how it works out. Rocket Lab up 44, AI up 43, Palantir up 429, ASTS up $1. Magnificent Sevens look to be higher. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day to all of you. Thank you, and thank you. All right, there it is. See you next time I go live. You never know when that's going to be. Keep up the good work, everybody. Thanks again. Bye.